broadly, if we look at the 20s, 30s, and 40s, 20s is like working out life. 30s is pretty much establishment, nailing stuff. And then I think 40s is maybe, you really are doubling down and building for the future.
Yeah. And obviously through the podcast, we talk to a lot of 20-somethings at the moment. And my encouragement to them is actually build a heap of assets while you can, because it's probably the best time in your life to do that. And just because of maybe if you're intending on having family, you might put a full stop on that for a few years, or we want our own home to live in with a larger amount of debt maybe on that home. So if we've got a few assets behind us before we enter that phase, I think it sets us up well for the outside.
Yeah, and it leads into my kind of next point around, by your 30s, and again, there's someone who's just picked up this podcast for the first time, listened to this episode, they might be a long way from this point in their mind, but you really want to start to get your money habits nailed for good. So all that to say, yes, at all times in your 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s, you want to be, where possible, living on less than what you earn and actually investing some money for the future.
Yeah.
Now, I know in the ebbs and flows of life, if you start a family, well, we might not have $200 a month to invest now, but we're still going to do 50 as an example.
Yeah.
So
Something.
I think that underlying theme there, but particularly if you're in your 30s and you're listening to this now, I really want you to go, stop. I need to get my life foundations in place. If you're in your 40s,